Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Getting to Know You, an Owners Club exclusive podcast. Today, our featured guest is Art Basa. Good morning, Art.
Morning, Kathie. And first of all, thank you for inviting me to your platform. And I know we spoke at Owners Club last time, and you got me into the podcast. So I got my Riverside podcast subscription and just started my recording yesterday. So thank you for that, and thank you for this opportunity also to talk to you and connect and
Love
share
it.
our journey together and my journey as well to other people.
Yes, absolutely. You can follow Art on YouTube and subscribe to him. Like I'll ask you to subscribe to my podcast here. Just hit that subscribe, give us a like, give us some comments, and then tune in to Art. Art, what's the name of your podcast?
It's artbasco.rei.
Who is Art? Arthur, Art. Tell us what name do you prefer?
Art. I go by Art mostly, and my Instagram is Art Basco as well. I just go by Art; it's faster, and I love
Super.
art as well.
Well, tell us about you. Who is Art
Oh,
Basa?
I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I've spent the last 20 years as a nurse, working first in the community back home in the Philippines. I was also a clinical instructor for a school for nursing. I helped students train them to be nurses in the future. I worked as a company nurse as well. I was a big corporate company. Then I worked as a company nurse there before I came here. I'm now working at bedside. I migrated here about 18 years ago. I'm based in Sacramento, and I worked in a local hospital here and been working I take care of patients since that time frame. Coming from, a different country, immigrated here, and also working as a nurse, I've been surrounded with same, people in the community and same mindset. And so dove into real estate as a risk agent because there was a company that hired me, and I said, okay, cool, jumped in. I'm always about learning, so I'm like always jump into like opportunities like that to be able to learn other stuff and skills. So I did, and I was still more into the W2 side, being an employee. So like, okay, I'll just do a side hustle. So, but I did good. I used my connection in my work area as a platform. So I was able to sell houses to my coworkers. I did that using just that. But then when the market crashed, and I was doing mostly new homes, new builds. So that was my entry point. The market crashed. I was like, okay, it was too hard because of foreclosures, and I didn't know anything about it. And so like it's a different mindset as well. So I kind of like, okay, well, I'll let go of it. At that time, I was living in a house, 4 bedroom, and I was house hacking to other nurses. So I didn't know that time it was house hacking. Airbnb was kind of new at the time too, but I was not into it. I didn't learn about it, anything about entrepreneurship. It was just out of necessity. So that was my exposure to real estate. And so like, oh, this is cool. But I was also a lot. I was traveling a lot, going out of countries, going to places, out of state, which enjoying life, but never had that my mindset of like, save and invest and all that stuff. So that was my journey into that. When I was digging deep into real estate and finance, that's where I found pace, and so I joined Gator last year. Personally, I have a son who is in the spectrum, and so that's my why basically. I love to travel. I love to travel. We go to national parks. I love the outdoors. I love to mountain bike or road bike or paddleboard. We have a nice lake in our community. So that's my passion basically. And then I'm also into photography. So I love world traveling. So it goes hand in hand because all the nice spots and scenery. I like to collect those landscape photos and memories whenever I travel. That's my biggest passion, really.
It sounds like you have a lot of experience leading up to that fateful Squad Up Summit where you joined
Mm-hmm.
Owner Club, just
Yes.
becoming a Gator last year.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about Owners Club that you were like, yes, that's for me?
I think it's the ownership aspect of it because mostly all my life I've just been working for somebody, building somebody else's dream. Our hard work goes into that. I mean, you have to work hard, but at least when I learned about that owner mentality, all your hard work is for you, for yourself, and for your dreams. And that's what got me into it. I remember I was like a month in Gator, and then I went to Squad Up Summit, and then Owners Club was presented, and I kind of had deal just one. I was like, should I? Because it's a lot, but the thought of being in the right room with the right people who are action takers and doers, and I have to connect with them. So I was like debating about it, went to my room. I signed up the last minute or the last day. I was herring because the first day I was like contemplating. I was like, no, it's new. It's probably it won't fit, whatever. But I remember Jerry Norton said to create because I was in a comfortable space. And that was my biggest challenge before I joined Tony Robbins courses. It was hard for me to get a breakthrough and because to stay in my comfort level and being comfortable and settled in, decent income, and then doing okay, and transitioning from where I'm at to where I want to be was kind of hard for me. It was a challenge. And so when he said get into that uncomfortable space and being comfortable with it, you have to stir up the comfortable situation. And so I like, okay, maybe joining Orange Club would help me. It's out of my comfort zone. And so I jumped in, and yeah, I'm here, and I'm happy and grateful because I've grown a lot in terms of different areas of my life, not just real estate or financially, but personally. Before I was not a planner. I'm a spontaneous person. I love that being. I thought I was good, wing it, just wake up today and not have any plans at all. And it was fun. It worked out for me. I've learned that I could accomplish more. We have our series, the calendar series, which is very impactful, and I was able to make me day intentional. And then also incorporating Don Martell's philosophy of buying back our time and using the calendar as a leverage. It's a game changer. I can't, be grateful enough for that, for having implemented that, to block some time for other stuff during the day and being intentional and being able to accomplish more and not be overwhelmed of stuff that are not necessary to you.
So tell me, what is your business model today?
Right now, working on some partners. I have somebody in OC as well as Sub 2. We're trying to do a fix and flip. So we're doing an LC together and then finding houses here to flip here in Sacramento area. In relation to my Mount Everest to help provide affordable, safe, inclusive housing for kids with autism, which is close to my heart. And so 3 other OC members in the area, Fresno, Northern California area, we connected and got up some in Monterey, and it was crazy because like Jamil said, everything happens for a reason. So I sat down at a table and this lady next to me, we were talking about it, and she was also passionate about that space or niche. And then we are now partnering up to find house co-living property to house the autism community. It's been a growing population, and I met with parents in the area, and then they're concerned that they don't have a place for them to be able to be safe when they go on to graduate, and they don't want to be a burden to their family members as well. And so their main thing is to provide a house for them or a place for them to be able to thrive as well, not just to live, but also to be able to enjoy the life that they deserve. So a lot of them have live in group homes so to participate in as a contributing member of the society, but they need to have like a structure in their life too, and then they need to be with other people or other individuals like them. Their therapist can be in that space easily because all of them are in that half. So it's like co-living, but for those individuals.
Excellent. And if someone wanted to bring value to you, how do they do that?
I guess more leads for finding these properties that fit our buy box, which is for now in California. We're looking for actually a big pipe dream. We started small with co-living houses, but in this grand scheme of things, we want it to be a big community, like individual homes. So we want either land or a building that we want to turn into that space. So
how many bedrooms would you say is a minimum?
5 for now. For the group home, minimum 5, and we can expand it to 10. But if you have a bigger building that we can use, then yeah, that would be great. Like a multifamily or like an ancestral home or anything like an office, and we can turn into a co-living space.
So 5 bedroom, how many baths minimum?
Probably 3 bedroom to 1 bath. So we have to add 1 bathroom. If it's a 6 bedroom, there'll be 2 bathrooms.
It's just California, Sacramento area where you're doing this?
Yeah, for now, that's where we're focused, but we are open to other areas too, and we can connect with other investors or like anybody who's wanting to be in that space and cater to the under autism community. If we can, mirror whatever we have here or do same model somewhere else that has the same needs.
Well, you heard it here. 5'2" is what he's looking for in the Sacramento area, Northern California, from like Sacramento up north.
Up north, yeah, Redding, Fresno, Bay
And
Area.
are you buying creative?
Yeah, we're open to creative. We can always figure out something as long as we can provide value and can solve the problem. Then that's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many resources to us in Owners Club.
It's like hard to like even just like maximize everything because there's so much going on. You get lost in that, you get the FOMO and all, but you just have to focus on one thing.
All right. So Instagram, Art
Hmm.
Basa, and
Hmm.
Facebook, DMs are good for you.
Yeah, that works for me. And also, as a nurse, my journey was kind of hard, and I shared that journey with other healthcare workers and anybody having difficulty transitioning. So I have a Facebook group called Scrubs of Success. It's empowering nurses and healthcare workers to be entrepreneurs and get into real estate. So I'm sharing my journey and then letting everybody find their path and get into entrepreneurship, investing, and I'm starting my podcast, A Day in the Life of, where I'll be sitting down with members in our community, other entrepreneur trailblazers that have been ahead of us, 1, 2, maybe 5 steps or 1,000 steps ahead of us, so we can follow the path instead of creating our own, just finding the who to our how, and basically finding clues. Because Tony Robbins said, success leaves clues. And I wanted that to be something I'm collecting clues, for how their success story was and what they're doing, and create a blueprint of my own and sharing that to everybody as well so they can also find their blueprint.
We all admire Pace and what he's been able to do. And he has put out his roadmap and allowed us all to duplicate what he's doing. And
Right.
that's beautiful that you're wanting to do that for people in your industry as well with your Facebook group, Scrubs to Success. So if someone wanted to join that, they could just look up the group and shoot you a DM.
Yeah, I have a link. It's saving us time because my journey was kind of long and I didn't want it to be, because I was doing it on my own and inventing the wheel just so hard, and it took me a long time. But with this group and our mindset, it's shortening that learning curve, avoiding the mistakes that they already did, and just compressing the time frame. Instead of 5 years, you could just compress it into like a month maybe, or a year, depending on where your journey is at and your skill set and how you adapt.
Well, I will put the link to his Facebook group in the show notes, as well as his link, his Instagram. There's lots of ways to find Art, to follow him, to reach out to him, work with him. It's such a great, heartfelt purpose that you have with this. I really admire what you're doing. Thank you so much for being a guest on the show, Art.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. And again, thank you for creating this platform for all of us to be able to share everything. It's a great journey. So thank you.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
you.